posted where you could post questions on my Instagram and on my YouTube community tab. So the first winery I met with basically right away told me no. I'm doing something wrong. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tara, a farmer from Northern California, and this channel is mainly about farming, but sometimes it's not. So today, Gallo is supposed to come out and test sugar. So I thought I would test sugar this morning, and I'm kind of curious what I get compared to them because this is my first year testing sugar. So I wonder, like, am I going out and exploring enough and not just getting the vines that are on the end? So this morning we're gonna go out, we're gonna cut some grapes off. I'm going to mix the two fields so I can kind of get like a rounded number, and then we'll see what I have. And then hopefully later today, if I don't see the lady that comes from Gallo, hopefully they'll call me and let me know what they got. So last week, about a week ago today, they got 15. So we're hoping for 17. And that would mean hopefully next week we'll be at 19, which means harvest time. All right, we're going for a little hike. I'm gonna go way out to the middle because I feel like I haven't really got the grapes way out there. So I posted a Q&A, or I posted where you could post questions on my Instagram and on my YouTube community tab. If you guys missed it, there's still time. Head over there, post any questions you have for me. Over the next few videos, I'm gonna try to answer the questions because so far there's been a ton. So it's not like I'm gonna answer them all in one. But a question I got a few times was actually how I met AJ and what AJ does, which I'm not going to make it a super long story. But basically, before I moved back to the farm, I lived in Reno. I was a nanny, and AJ lived in Reno for a total of 6 weeks. He worked at UNR, and he worked for the football team. And I happened to go to one football game the entire time I lived in Reno, and I met AJ at the football game. That was, let's see, he only was in Reno for 2 more weeks after we met. Pretty crazy. And we did long distance for a while. He ended up moving back to Fresno, which is where he's from. Did long distance for a while. I moved home to start farming, and he moved up to the farm. So he used to work like for colleges, and then when he moved up here, he worked at a high school, and now he is in PA school to be a physician's assistant. So he does medical stuff that I don't understand, and I'm a farmer. We're totally different, but we've been together, let's see, this September is going to be 6 years. So I love him. He's an amazing husband. He's super supportive of all my farming dreams, and he deals with the chickens, you know, so I think I'll keep him. But anyways, that's a little story about AJ and I. All right, let's pick some grapes. So this is my north field, which I just feel like is not as strong as the south field. You can tell these are way smaller. And I just have a lot of learning to do. Got a lot of these, I think this is called shatter. When you get small grapes, I learned that in school. They just develop later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is called shatter, but I could be wrong. I just, for some reason, this north field, I don't feel like did as well as the south field, but hopefully we'll put some amendments in it this year and we'll catch it up. All right, I'm gonna cut this one. I actually brought a bucket this time, so I'm gonna try to get a few more clusters than I have before. See, these are ones I cut from the south field. Look at the difference in size. All right, I feel like probably didn't quite make it to the middle, but I've definitely walked farther this time than I have before. Okay, another question I've gotten, which I've answered before, but that's okay. We are harvesting by machine, so we are not hand picking. I have known since day one that I was going to set up for machine harvest. It's just more realistic where I live and for the amount of tonnage. So machine harvest, our goal is 19% bricks. We're getting close. And white wine, normally they want a lower bricks than red wine. So a lot of red wines, you'll see the minimum bricks in the 20s. So I am on earlier harvest. So yeah. Okay, still in the north field. This section looking a little bit better actually. So another question I got asked was, how often do we replant? So if any dead vines, like here's one right here. So this vine just must have not taken off, so we replanted. This is called a grow tube, and we put the vine in there, and it basically is like a little greenhouse, and it also protects when I do strip spraying here. The spray will hit the box instead of the vine. So there is my little baby vine in there. So this just means we planted a vine, something happened and it died, so we replanted a new one. Other than that, I mean, replanting can really depend, because I have a contract right now, so I hopefully will not be doing any major replanting for the entire time of my contracts. Some vines are 100 years old, like literally in Lodi and Napa, there are vines that are 100 years old and going strong. So vines can live a very, very long time. But normally you see people replanting because their contract will expire and no one will want that grape anymore. So they'll rip it out and plant something that people want, you know, or if a vineyard got taken over by disease, they'll replant. But yeah, as far as the lifespan of the vine, they could go 50 to 100 years, depending on how well you take care of them. But really the most common replant you see is contracts ending and sadly ripping them out and kind of starting over. So everyone pray that that doesn't happen to me. I'm praying that I learn enough. I mean, it has nothing to do with how well the person farmed, technically, you know, it's the market. So I'm praying that I got in right at the end and that by the time my contract is up, that they'll kind of be re-upping contracts. You know, I'm just trying to hope for the best, manifest something positive, and we'll see what happens in 10 years, right? Think I'll still be on YouTube? Think you guys will still be watching me? Oh, look at this one. Okay, I think we're gonna cut, those seem pretty bunched up. I'm gonna cut one over here. Okay, we are in the south field now. I'm gonna try to probably get our last bunch, and I thought I'd answer one more question. Someone asked me how I got my contract with Gallo. So basically what I did when I was very first starting, I had nothing. I really had nothing yet. I had a business plan. That's all I had. I had a business plan on paper. So I connected with people who I consider now my mentors, and they gave me phone numbers. So I got a phone number for a rep for Gallo. I got a phone number for a rep for Constellation and a few others. So they gave me phone numbers for people to call. So I started making phone calls. I explained to them who I was, that I was looking to plant a vineyard. I was going to be, a beginner at it, and could I meet them to talk about possibilities. So the first winery I met with basically right away told me no. They did come out, they came out and they talked to me, but they just really didn't want a new grower. And they said no, which is fine, whatever. So then I was a little discouraged, of course, but then I called Gallo, got an appointment, and he came out, he met with me, and he was like, yeah, we'd love to work with you. They gave me 3 different options, 3 different kind of grapes. They told me what kind of tonnage they were looking for, what they would pay. Each grape was a different tonnage, a different price, and they gave me all that information. So I went back to my mentors with what I was offered, and they're the ones who helped me pick Sauvignon Blanc. I mean, they kind of gave me the pros and cons of every grape, the prices, kind of what they thought the market would be for the future. Like, one of the grapes they offered me was Albarino, which I like Albarino, but it's not an as popular grape as Sauvignon Blanc. So Sauvignon Blanc is really like a staple white wine. It's at all the restaurants. Most people know it. Where Albarino is a little bit more rare. It's not like a rare wine at all. It's just not as staple as Sauvignon Blanc. So I felt like I did go with a safe choice. I wanted a wine that I felt like hopefully after 10 years, they'd want to renew the contract. That was kind of the goal. So that's how I got my contract with Gallo, and that's why I picked Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, let's pick the last bunch, and then we'll check. That's a good looking one, don't you think? Pretty big. It's got his little shoulder. Okay, see what I get, and then hopefully Gallo will call me later and tell me what they get. Okay, so got a lot of grapes. I don't know how I'm gonna fit them all in this bag. We're gonna try. All right, what do you think? I think I smashed it pretty good. Okay, so last time a few people were telling me how I didn't calibrate it. Even though I did, it's okay. I didn't have it on camera. So to calibrate it, you basically put water on it and you want to see that it says 0. If you guys missed my last sugar video, this is a refractometer, and it'll show the sugar content. Yep, so it's at 0. It shows the sugar content in the grapes. You just put liquid on this guy, and then in here, it shows me the number. So we got the juice, my little tool to get the juice out. I'm doing something wrong. They got 15 last time, and mine's at 12. I know that's not right, because last time I got like, they had gotten 13 and I got 10. So I'm not sure if I'm not picking the right bunches, or what exactly is going on. So I'll do one more, but I'm just not doing something right when it comes to testing this. So it'll be interesting to see what they say today. But I've been told it's not going to go backwards. You know, I'm not doing anything that's going to cause the sugar to go backwards. So, yeah, 12. Okay, well, we'll see what Gallo says. I hope they get 17. That's what I want to hear. Okay, off to do other things. Okay, so I am gonna get ready to head home for the day. It is still early, it's 3 o'clock, but I'm gonna do some office work because it is 110 degrees outside and no one should have to work in that. So I'm gonna go and home, do some office work, get some bookkeeping done, the fun part of farming, you know. But I did want to tell you guys that the winery called me and they took 2 different samples. One came back as 15.6, so really not that big of a difference from last week. And I didn't ask how the tester does it. I should, I know, but I bet you anything that was the Northfield, because I do think the Northfield is behind. But the second test was 17.6. And I'm sure that's the Southfield, because the Southfield is ahead. That is so great. That means we are less than 2 points away from what I need to harvest. So I am kind of wondering what's gonna happen. We're gonna see, because I did hear there's a person down the road that they started harvesting their Sauvignon Blanc early. So before 19 points, but it was the winery's call. And if that's what the winery wants, then they do it. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna wait until my field hits 19 and just harvest the south field and then come back later for the north field, or if they're just gonna say take it early and take it all, or are we gonna wait for them both to hit 19? So only time will tell, but I think we're gonna be harvesting something in the next week and a half. So exciting. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button. Share your video with all your friends and your family. I appreciate it so much, and I will catch you guys later.